Good, happy Sunday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, dead whale washes ashore in Rye. Let's take a listen to the video.
Right now, we're celebrating 100 years of automotive innovation.
With summer savings at Lovering Mitsubishi.
Lease the 2017 7-passenger Outlander, a 2017 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus for only $229 per month. Or the fuel-efficient 2017 Outlander Sport with up to 30 highway miles per gallon for only $179 per month.
Or purchase any new or used vehicle from Lovering Mitsubishi and your state inspections are on us for life.
Lovering Mitsubishi.
Cars you love from people you trust.
For the second time this year, the body of a minke whale washed ashore in New Hampshire, this time right onto Foss Beach in Rye. The first one was found in July along the shore of Great Bay in Newington, but Fish and Game says today's situation was a little more unique.
No, obviously it's a little more open to the public than the one in Great Bay, which makes it a little more problematic.
Lieutenant Michael Eastman says the department first started getting calls earlier this week about a dead whale seen in the water. He believes fishing gear may have played a role in its death.
It was caught up in some fishing gear, and then it died from being caught up in that gear, and then came loose, and then began floating around the seacoast.
Authorities first got the call about the body reaching shore at about 8 this morning, and it took multiple agencies some 6.5 hours to get the body into a container for removal. The juvenile minke whale coming in at 14 feet long and 2 or 3 tons, still nowhere near the size of this 45-foot humpback whale that washed ashore in Rye last summer. Lieutenant Eastman says authorities believe they know what's drawing the large mammals closer to shore, a certain type of fish known as Atlantic menhaden. And now Fish and Game says the whale's body is now at a facility in Salem where biologists from the New England Aquarium and Seacoast Science Center will determine its official cause of death.
Okay, and there you go on that report. 33 arrested during day of protest. Officials praise largely peaceful results. Let's take a listen to this video from WCVB Boston.
U.S. Cellular's total plans have no hidden fees.
Now that is my plan.
Sure about that? Hidden fees from other carriers pop up unexpectedly. Get a stronger signal in the middle of anywhere with no hidden fees plus $300 back only from U.S. Cellular.
I thought the men and women of our department and all the other agencies who helped us performed really well. You know, it was a long day, it was a hot day, and, you know, the separation worked well. When we went to move them out, there was a little bit of a confrontation. I think you've seen public order platoons come out. That was the plan. As you know, I was hoping we wouldn't have to bring them out, but I thought they did a good job moving that crowd. That's what they're trained for. Sometimes it doesn't look pretty, but that's what they're trained for. And I watched it, how it was done, and I thought they did a great job. I was witnessing bottles being thrown at them. I was seeing cones. There was a lot of insults, but they held the line well. And overall, again, everyone did a good job. 99.9% of the people here were for the right reason, and that's to fight bigotry and hate for the most part here today. We knew we were going to have some people who were going to cause problems, and we had to make, the latest is 27 arrests so far today. Most of them disorderly, a couple assault and batteries on police officers, and other charges. But overall, I thought we got the First Amendment people in, we got them out, and you know, and no one got hurt, no one got killed, and we don't really have a whole lot of in fact, we have no significant at all property damage to the city. So great day for the city, and I'm really impressed. We probably had 40,000 people out here, you know, standing tall against hatred and bigotry in our city, and that's a good feel.
Okay, that was a press conference with Boston Police Commissioner William Evans after the event. Also, Boston officials said they were pleased with the mostly peaceful protesters which took over Boston Common and surrounding areas on Saturday. Of the estimated 40,000 attendees, Boston police said 33 were arrested for charges including assault and battery on police officers. 3 people were found wearing plastic vests, and one of those was armed, Police Commissioner William Evans said. Baldwin College moves Confederate memorial plaque. Baldwin College is moving a Confederate memorial plaque from a school lobby to the archives and special collections of its library in wake of a deadly race-fueled clashes in Charlottesville, Virginia. Baldwin President Clayton Rose announced Saturday that the school has concluded that historical artifacts direct tied to leadership of a horrible ideology are not meant for a place designated to honor courage, principle, and freedom. The plaque includes the name of 19 Baldwin College and Medical School of Maine alum who fought for the Confederacy in the Civil War, including the Confederate President Jefferson Davis, who received an honorary degree for Baldwin before the war. The college will replace the plaque in the lobby with a panel describing the plaque, its history, and why it was moved. Stephen Bannon, no administration in history has been so divided. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Is the only shot got. This is the year to chase an NFL dream.
Shake-up aftermath in the White House. Steve Bannon, out as chief strategist for President Trump, now vowing to lead the fight for the Trump agenda outside the Oval Office, telling one reporter he has his hands back on his weapons. The president thanking Bannon on Twitter, welcoming what he said would be a, quote, tough voice back at Breitbart News to lead the fight against a favorite foe, fake news. But nothing fake about the challenges facing Trump, with backlash simmering over his Charlottesville response and several in his own party expressing concern. ABC's David Wright is in Bridgewater, New Jersey.
Tonight, the commander-in-chief trying hard to project strength and steadiness. This photo montage of the president's trip to Camp David set to music by the White House communications staff. But Trump's former chief strategist is no longer in the picture. The populist rabble-rouser Steve Bannon now banished. Back at Breitbart News, where he chaired the editorial meeting Friday, the staff hailed him as a populist hero. Today, President Trump tweeted, Steve Bannon will be a tough and smart new voice at Breitbart News. Fake news needs the competition. Earlier this week, though, the president hinted strongly that Bannon's days in Trump's inner circle were numbered.
We'll see what happens with Mr. Bannon, but he's a good person, and I think the press treats him, frankly, very unfairly.
Bannon is out for blood. I feel jacked up, he told the Weekly Standard. Now I'm free. I've got my hands back on my weapons. Someone said it's Bannon the Barbarian. He told the New York Times, anyone who stands in our way, we will go to war with. And to Bloomberg, he clarified he's going to war for Trump against his opponents on Capitol Hill, in the media, and in corporate America. Bannon's combative approach has ruffled feathers in both parties.
If you think they're going to give you your country back without a fight, you are sadly mistaken. Every day it is going to be a fight.
Today, he reserved the right to take on some of his former colleagues who don't share his America First values. Bannon derisively calls them White House Democrats. Looking back at Trump's inaugural address, which he helped to write,
This American carnage stops right here and stops right now.
Bannon said, the Trump presidency that we fought for and won is over. We still have a huge movement, and we will make something of this Trump presidency, but that presidency is over.
And David Wright joins us live now from Bridgewater, New Jersey. He's traveling with the president. David, today the White House announced that the president will not be attending the Kennedy Center honors this year.
That's right. The honorees this year include Gloria Estefan, LL Cool J, Lionel Richie, and Norman Lear. And several of them have said that they would accept the honor but skip the ceremony because of Trump. Well, today the president and first lady announced that they will skip the ceremony to allow the honorees a chance to celebrate without political distraction. Tom?
David Wright, thank you. And Martha Raddatz will have much more on all of this and the White House State of Play tomorrow on This Week.
Okay, and there you go on that report. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday and see you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.